So, good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's well on this wonderful Thursday evening. Sorry for my lateness. I was making myself a nice cup of tea. Nice early night for me. I've got a busy day tomorrow, which reminds me, for anybody who doesn't know, I'll be doing 3 deadline day streams tomorrow. One when I get up in the morning, not too early, obviously. So probably around 10 o'clock UK time. And then one around 1 o'clock. I'll be doing that one for a good couple of hours till about 3. And then I'll be live again. If anything breaks during the day, then obviously after that, then I'll be live straight away. If not, then I will be back at 8 o'clock all the way through till 11:30 UK time. So yeah, it's going to be a busy day tomorrow for me. Hopefully it's a busy day for Arsenal tomorrow, because we've only signed one player at the moment, and that is Pablo Mari. He's coming on a loan deal for the rest of the season, which isn't, there isn't a lot left of the season. There's only, 4 months, I think he'll be here, 5 months. Yeah, 5 months, I think it is, that he'll be here. Obviously, we're linked with Soares. I think they're on the verge of doing that deal. He's probably already done all the formalities. It'll probably be announced tomorrow now. I think it's a little bit too late for Arsenal to announce it. But I'd imagine that all the photos, the contract, the paperwork, I'd imagine that's already all been done today. And they've signed Kyle Walker-Peters on loan as well from Tottenham. So I think that's pretty much going to be a done deal. The reports that I've read earlier on, when I did my stream earlier this evening, suggest that that's going to be roughly around £1 million plus his wages. So, and then at the end of that, we've got a deal on the table if we want to go and activate it, of a 4-year deal. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see whether that is truthful or whether that's just a paper rumor. But I do think that deal is going to happen. I think that'll be announced tomorrow, as I said. And yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. It's not the big money signing that we all wanted, but I think it's a no-brainer to get that done. It's cheap, really cheap. He's Premier League experienced. He's won the Euros with Portugal. He's played in Italy. Why not just go and get him? Then at the end of the season, you can turn him in if you want to. You haven't forked out stupid amounts of money on him, and then you're stuck with him if it don't work. At least you can get rid of him and go and get your target if you want to play a player in that position. If you want to keep him, then you keep him. Another player we were linked to is John Fleck, the Sheffield United midfielder. Now, I don't know whether this deal will happen or not, but I would take him. I think he's exactly what we need in that midfield. We need somebody that's just not scared to get stuck in. You know, he's a good footballer as well. Don't take that away from him. He's a very good footballer. But I think that that's the kind of players we need, just hard grafting players. And we know he's a grafter. He wouldn't be getting in that Sheffield United team if he weren't putting the work rate in, because every single one of them players, or pretty much every single one of them players, has played in the Championship. So we know that they've got graft about them. We know that they're decent players. We're also linked to their right back. Whether we can get that done, probably not now. Now we're going to get the Soares deal done. And then, I think, obviously the fact that we're signing this right back from Southampton would mean that Maitland-Niles is probably going to get pushed into midfield, back in his normal position. So does that mean that the John Fleck deal is probably not going to happen? I'd still like to see that happen. I still think that we need a midfielder. I still think we need a left winger. I'll come on to that in a minute. And I still would like to see another centre-back. And Matviyenko has been linked for the last couple of weeks. I'm not so sure it's going to get done. I don't think we're going to do that deal. I think it was one or the other. And obviously we signed Pablo Mari. Like I've said, for anybody who doesn't know, they actually both have the same agent. So when the agent's coming out, chat about Matviyenko, that might have been just so he swerves us onto the Mari deal and speeds up Flamengo. But not only that, he's now put his other client in the shop window, and Man City were linked to him anyway, Matviyenko. So I don't know, but I would like us to see. Another couple of signings, and some, not just a loan signing as well. I think you can have 4 loan signings in a season, 2 from the same league, I think, and then 2 from other leagues. Now, as it stands at the moment, we've got 2. We've got Ceballos and Mari. They're both from different leagues, so we can still get in 2 signings from our league on loan. One of them is going to be Cedric Soares. We can still go and loan somebody else. So if we wanted to go and loan a player, tomorrow's the day to go and get it done. Now, I don't think Sheffield United will loan us John Fleck. I think that's about 20 million quid if we want him. Personally, I'd go and do it. I know this is going to sound like high praise, and I'm comparing him in terms of work rate, energy, and and getting stuck in. Very much Jordan Henderson-like. You know, and look at Henderson, he's flourishing in that Liverpool midfield. But that's how he looks for me, that John Fleck. Completely different levels of players, by the way. But I do think John Fleck is a very good player. And I think he'd improve our midfield. It gives us a bit more steel and grit in midfield. So I'd like us to see that tomorrow. I don't think it's going to happen. But you never know. You never know. We shall see what happens with that. Matviyenko, I think, is probably dead. I think that deal's done and dusted. He'll probably stay where he is at Shakhtar, and yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But let's move on to some more extravagant ones. I said a minute ago that I wanted us to get a left winger. Thomas Lemar, could he still move? That could still potentially happen. Listen, he's only in Spain. I'm in Spain. It's only a few hours on a plane. I'm a poet. I didn't know it, and yeah, you never know. You never know. Bayern Munich are very interested in him as well. So I would happily take Thomas Lemar. I think everyone who's watched this for a while knows my thoughts on him, knows that I don't think he's fantastic, but I do think that he's a player that could fit into our system and he'd look a lot better at Arsenal than he would at Atletico. I don't think he was ever suited to Atletico. Sometimes it's just not the right fit. But for 33 million quid, I don't think we could go wrong with that. You know, even if he flopped, I still think we'd get most of our money back on him if we sold him to wherever, anywhere. But I think that's worth a chance, worth a gamble. Another one that I'd take a gamble on is Ryan Fraser. I know a lot of people laugh at it when I say Ryan Fraser. Listen, that geezer's a very good footballer, but he's also got the work rate. And he's good. He's a very good player. And he's only got 6 months left, or less than that, 5 months left now. Excuse me. 5 months left on his contract. So maybe go and put a little cheeky bid in for him on deadline day. Bournemouth's only down the road from North London. It'd take, what, an hour and a half? Well, actually, it's the M25, isn't it? So it'll probably take 5.5 hours to get there. But I'd do that deal. Either Lemar or Fraser, I would happily see either of them turn up because I think that they're both decent in different ways. I think that Lemar can offer a lot going forward, but he's just not fitted in at Atletico. Yeah, it was a weird signing in the first place for me, him going to Atletico. It was never the right fit. But I think with Ryan Fraser, he can do the donkey work backwards as well. And we've had too many players over the years that like to do all the fancy dance, but don't like doing the grit and the donkey work. So I'd take that deal. He's not the greatest footballer on the planet, but you need some players that are, you know, not the household names, not the big flair players, you know. So I'd do that. And so like I said, tomorrow's going to be a very interesting day, very interesting, because if Arsenal only do 2 loan signings in this transfer window, personally, I don't think that's enough to get us right up the top. Not to the top of the table, obviously. Liverpool are streets ahead of everyone. But I mean, to get us challenging and trying to get on them coattails of the top 4. I don't think we're going to get top 4, regardless of what we do. But I'd just like us to have a go. Just have a go. You know, why are we just doing loan deals? Well, are we skint? Of course we're not skint. So why aren't we spending the money? But the one we've bought in, Pablo Marie, over the moon. I'm happy with that. The one we're about to sign, the one that should be announced tomorrow, Soares, I think I'm over the moon with that as well. The more I look at it, the more I think it's just a no-brainer. It's going to cost literally £1 million quid plus wages. So what, 3 million quid, maybe 4 million quid. Worst ways, it costs 5. But for me, that's a no-brainer. Just go and do it. You know, if Bellerin goes down again, you've then got him and Maitland-Niles still. So Maitland-Niles can be used in midfield, like I said. Thank you to Signature for your donation. Cedric is great cover. I would love Fleck as well. Well, exactly. That just echoes what I said, mate. Like, I think that Fleck, sometimes fans just want the fancy names. The fancy names don't always do it. Listen, I love Pepe. I think Pepe is a good player, and I think he will get to the top how he was over in France. But the amount of people that, including me, that were so buzzing when he came in, everyone was buzzing. We've signed Pepe. We've signed Pepe. Everyone was giving it this one. Like, where's Pepe? Yeah, now he's come in. He hasn't really hit the heights that he did in France. And the amount of people that have just written him off after 2/3 of a season is just hilarious. You know, he's still bedding in. He's still coming in and trying to get used to the league. He didn't play that many games back to back to back. So, listen, I think that give him a chance. But this is what worries me about loan signings is when you do a loan signing, you know, they've got to hit the ground running real quick. Otherwise, you have completely wasted 5 months. So, yeah, hopefully these 2 loans can come in and do all right. Let's read some more of your comments out. Do drive the likes up. I don't know what's going on with this picture. There we go. That's a bit better. I don't know what's, yeah, drive the likes up. 604 people watching live as we speak. So do drive the likes up. Do subscribe. And thank you very much. We're over a third of the way to 100K. So 2 times again, and we'll be on 100K. So thank you very much to everyone who is subscribed to the channel. If you're not, what you're waiting for, it's free to subscribe. And do stick a like on the video. And if you're watching this on Facebook, like Alex Vander Bugard, I hope I got your name right, then do share the video. That would help. And if you're not following my Facebook, link in the description. Over 4,000 people following that now, so big up yourselves. So yeah, happy days. Alex actually thought this was my house. It's not my house, mate. I don't play the piano. I don't have any idea how to play a piano. What is going on with this thing, man? Seriously, it's doing my nutting. Every time I move, it just does something. I can't get it right. It's been winding me up for a week now. But there we go. Anyway, let's read some more of these out. Would you say Kingsley Coman from Bayern Munich? Well, I don't think he's leaving anytime soon, so that's probably not the best question to ask, mate, to be fair. But he's probably, yeah, he's all right, isn't he? Like, another one that I think is massively overrated, but he's a decent player, isn't he? We need to buy Kai Havertz. Well, I think that Liverpool are going to get him, Samim. I think they're going to get him in the summer. It's going to cost a lot of money, maybe 100 million, but they're going to get him, I think. And what can we do about that? Absolutely nothing, because we ain't going to go and do 100 million. We are Loan FC at the minute. And yeah, Loan FC and Draw FC. That's what we are at the minute. So we have got a game at the weekend. Don't forget, I will be doing a watch along for that with Goon at Eagle Eye. So make sure you check out his channel. His link is in the description. So subscribe to him, show him some love. He's nearly on 8K now, so go and check him out. Where was that comment that's just gone? Liverpool don't steal our invincible records. Well, they've already beaten one of our records, mate. They're smashing records for fun, actually, mate. I looked yesterday. They have lost one game in the last 60, I think it's 62 league games. Yeah, 62 league games, one game. That's relentless. Yeah, and listen, they are going to go unbeaten. And to be honest, I couldn't care less. It don't affect my life one bit whether Liverpool win every game, lose every game. It don't bother me. I couldn't care less whether they go unbeaten. Lee, I heard you taught Sanchez how to play the piano. Mate, I can't play the piano, although I do have magic hands. I have to have magic hands to use this Mac because it's so sensitive that if you slightly move your fingers in the wrong direction, all of a sudden you've done something completely different. So anyone who's got a Mac, big up yourselves because it is hard work. Have you got your slow cooker? Big up yourself, Joanne. Yes, I have. I've actually got a chili con carne sat in there. And I make the sickest chili con carne and it is delicious. Yesterday I did a nice beef stew. So yeah, it's all good. I've still probably got about two bowls worth of chili left in there. So yeah, it's the best thing I've ever brought. I can't even lie. Best thing. I don't know why some people bother putting these comments in there. It's like, do you seriously think I'm going to read that? Evening, young fella. The Cronkies must be having a really good laugh at us fans due to their serious lack of investment in quality players. Instead of shopping in Primark season, quality players. Instead, we're shopping, I think you mean, in Primark season after season. Well, it does appear that we're shopping in Primark, mate. Like I said on a stream yesterday, and then I was told, oh, you're so negative. You're negative. Why are you always negative? Well, I'll tell you why I'm negative at the well, I'm not negative, actually. I'm very positive at the moment. But the one thing I will say is that Man United did more money than us in the summer, and they've just gone and done 50 million quid on Bruno Fernandes, who, by the way, is one hell of a footballer. The rest of their team are shit, pretty much, but he is one good player. And then Tottenham. You look at Tottenham. Oh, yeah, can't wait till they... Do you remember this one? Can't wait till they walk into that new stadium. That's them fucked for 5-10 years. They're going to have to sell all their best players and blah, blah, blah. Do you remember when fans were giving it that one? Well, that ain't really worked, has it? Because they're now in their big new shiny stadium. And they've done 60 million on Ndombele in the summer. Now they've bought Lo Celso for 27 million quid. And then they bought Bergwijn for 27 million quid. So that's not really going to plan. So how comes they can spend money, but we're Loan FC? That's what I don't get. Surely we have got money to spend, because I don't believe that we haven't. I know we've got money. Yeah, I know we have. So why they're not spending it? Is that down to the owner? Is that down to Arteta? Is that down to Raul and Vinay? I don't know. I genuinely can't answer that question. Maybe it's all of them. Maybe the fact that our wage bill is over 230 million quid is what's hindering us. Maybe we're on the brink of financial fair play regulations. I don't know. But we're lone FC at the minute, and we're just going to have to deal with it until the summer. But I'll tell you something, if they don't go and spend money in the summer, they're going to have an awful lot of fans upset in the summer, because a lot of fans are sucking it up at the minute and getting all excited over loans, which is cool. I'm kind of happy with the loans that we're doing. But at the same time, they better go big in the summer, and they better get rid of some of these players in the summer as well, because I think it's only so long you can mug people off for before they get the ump. And we've had 15 years of spin and talk. How about back the talk and back the reason why we moved to the Emirates, which was to compete with Europeans elite. So we'll ride it out this season. We're happy with the loans that are coming in. But in the summer, they better start back in their talk. But there we go. You're negative. Stop being negative. Big Manny says Bruno's a baller. Bruno is a baller, mate. They have got themselves a top player, and they ain't even paid that much money for him, really. I think it's 46 million plus add-ons, so it's not that much money. I don't know what all the moaning is about. If you're going to buy the shoes, try them on first. Well, that's a fair point. Thank you, Martin, for watching on Facebook. If you could kindly share that, I'd appreciate it, mate. But yeah, in a way, look, the two that we've done, we don't know a great deal about Pablo Mari. What's the worst that could happen? The worst that could happen is he's as bad as Mustafi at times. That's the worst that could happen, which is no worse than what we've got now. So that's the worst that could happen. And then we go, actually, mate, don't want him. And then we go and buy a proper centre-back. The best that could happen is he is actually really good, and then we buy him and we've bought him cheap. That's the best. Same with the other guy, Cedric Soares. We're going to do that deal for around £5 million. Worst ways, he's crap. We've lost 3 million quid, 5 million quid. Best ways, he's decent, and then we're getting him for free anyway. So I don't know. I think I kind of agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, I do think that we need to go out there and sign some proper footballers, because there is too many in this team. I'm not going to go on about them all the time and all the way through this stream. I think we all know who they are. But come the summer, like I said, there's a lot of fans that are going with this this positivity at the minute for positivity's sake, rather than going down we're 10th in the table, we've been crap all season, why are we only loaning players, why are we only drawing games? And I get it. I kind of agree with it. I'm not going to sit there and say that everything's rosy, because it ain't, which is why I say it. Yeah, but we're seeing the summer. A lot of these positive pollies right now, it's cool. You can be as positive as you want. It don't affect how I watch a football match. The same as my opinion shouldn't affect how any of you guys watch a football match. If it does, I'd suggest stop watching my channel, because if you get so upset over it, then it's probably not for you. But at the same time, a lot of these people that are positive right now, come the summer, if we don't go and sign what's required and do what they've said they're going to do over the last 10, 15 years, a lot of these positive people are going to turn very negative real quick. So let's hope that the club's doing what's required. This window, I don't really care. The season's a write-off in terms of league. But the cups, we can still win them. Listen, we're in the FA Cup. If we beat Portsmouth, we're in a quarter-final. We're then one step away from a semi, which is at Wembley. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We can win the FA Cup. We've won it the most times. Why not go for it? Why can't we win the Europa League? It'd be nice if we got Man United in the final and slapped them, wouldn't it? Fly Sean on Facebook says we need Upamecano. We do. That would be a nice little player there, mate. Do you think we can get him this transfer window with 1 day left, though? I don't think so. But yeah, but if you could share the content, my friend, that would be great. If you could drive the likes up on YouTube, if you're watching it on YouTube, that'd be fantastic. Subscribe if you're new. I'm going to do another 5 minutes of comments, and then we're going to get myself out of here. And I'm going to have an early night, because I have got a busy day tomorrow. So anyone who's joined late, I will be doing no transfer deadline video at 7 a.m. That ain't going to be in there. I'll be streaming it live when I get up, and we'll just have a little chat about what's going on, blah, blah, blah. What can we potentially do? some of the rumours that are going around. Then at 1 o'clock, I will be doing 2 hours straight stream, not just for Arsenal players, but we'll go through all the deadline day stuff. And then at 8 o'clock through till 11:30, I'll be going 3.5 hours. Any breaking news for Arsenal in between 3 o'clock and 8 o'clock, obviously I'll be live as well. Early night is code for shagging the missus. No, the missus is in England, mate. She's probably watching this. Hi, wifey. She's probably watching this as we speak. So yeah, unfortunately, I won't be doing that tonight, mate. But next Saturday when she gets here, we could partake in after hours activities if I'm on good behaviour. Still no sign of shipping out the dead wood, says Nathan on Facebook. Well, that's true. That is true. I don't think any of them are going to go, if I'm honest, mate. I don't think. Listen, Mustafi was in training today. What I thought was kind of funny about Mustafi in training today was he put a post up on Twitter saying, "Yeah, good news. The ankle wasn't as bad as first feared, but I thought I'd get a lift." And he's on, he's piggybacking on the back of Mesut Ozil. I thought, Jesus Christ, mate, put him down. You got a bad back in you, bruv. Or actually, it might do us a favour him not playing. Who knows? Hey, you're hating again. So yeah, kind of funny, but I don't get why he was jumping on Ozil's back. It's like, come on, mate, you know the geezer's back's broken. But no, it was good to see that he's back. It's good to see that he's back, and yeah, hopefully we could do a deal for him. Maybe get him gone in the next 24 hours. Maybe get a few quid in the club. 10 million quid, 15 million quid, who knows? Listen, he was on the verge of leaving in the summer, and he didn't in the end. So what do I know? But you never know. He might actually leave. It's possible. Listen, there's still time. As I'm doing this right now, it's 9:30 back in England. So there's 25.5 hours. Mustafi could still leave. There's other players that could still leave. I don't see many of them leaving, if I'm honest. Leah's a true Arsenal fan. Thank you, Kerry. I am. Over 30 years I supported this club. I had a better hairline back then as well. Have you got the coronavirus or know of anyone who has it? If you do, then blessed. Oh, and it's reached my city. 2 cases in Bradford. Ross, that's mad. Hacks, stay safe, mate. Stay safe, because that's in Dubai as well now, I think. So it's gone all over, mate. Yeah, no reported cases where I am. Touch wood, mate. It's all right here. How old are you? I am 38 in June. I feel about 138 supporting this club, but I'm 38. Your hair is good. Well, I had it cut the other day, but my hairline's not great. When do we get Aubameyang back? Love you, bro, says Hugh. He's actually back for the game at the weekend, mate. So yeah, he's back for that. Tomorrow, obviously, I'll be doing the deadline day streams. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for them. Like I said, when I get up in the morning, probably about 10 a.m. Then 1 p.m. UK time, and then 8 p.m. UK time. Any breaking news from Arsenal in between, I'll be streaming live. Hopefully, it'll be breaking while we're on air. That'd be sick. But yeah, that'd be good. And then on Saturday, don't forget, I'll be doing a combined 11 for Arsenal away to Burnley. And yes, some of their players can get in Arsenal's team. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. And then 9 o'clock on Saturday night, I'll be doing my preview for the game. And then it's all systems go on Sunday. Starting 11 reaction an hour before kickoff, then a live watch along, then player rating. So busy couple of days coming up for me. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you stick the notification bell on. Make sure, most importantly, you stick it on your phone as well, on the YouTube app. Because if you've got it on here and you ain't got it on your phone, which about 1,500 of you have not done, because it does tell me, then you'll never get the notifications. So yeah, there we go. You was the first channel I watched, and because I'm a gunner, you're one of my favourite YouTubers. Well, thank you, M25 Football. That's a very nice comment, mate. Appreciate that. There was that other one I wanted to read out. He was jumping on his back to see if he could make his eyes pop out already. Come on, John, that's not very nice. Ricken, you're hilarious. I can't read that, man. Come on. What's the deal with Cedric? Anyone who's joining late, I'm going to wrap this up in a minute or so. Anyone who's joining late, apparently that deal should be announced tomorrow. I'd imagine all the formalities have been done today and they're just longing it out for deadline day because they've probably not got nothing else up their sleeves. But we are still linked to John Fleck, the Sheffield United midfielder, who, by the way, I would take. And Matviyenko, I don't think is going to happen. Anybody else? Who knows? Who knows? But there we go. Listen, like I said, I will be back about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. No daily transfer update at 7. So if you've got notifications on, you will not be getting one until about 10 o'clock UK time. I will then be doing my first of 3 streams tomorrow. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. All have a wicked evening. I'm going to drink my tea and then I'm going to get myself off to bed. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share the content, share it on Facebook if you're watching on Facebook, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not following Facebook and Insta, the link is in the description of this video on YouTube. So wicked. Have a nice evening. Laters, peeps.